Hi, this is Dr. Metcalf, and I'm going to talk about the assignments that are due for week 1 and what the expectations are. Now, in this course, you're going to be covering and learning a lot of different things. So I like to think of it as a broad survey course. It's going to be like this, huge, big, but only this deep. So each of the topics we're just going to touch on so that when you hear them again, you're going to go, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that, hopefully. But in your other courses then, you're going to go deeper into each of the topics. All right, so don't, feel overwhelmed, or try not to feel overwhelmed when we go, touch on a lot of different things. It's going to go very quickly. All right, let's look at week 1. And this week we're going to talk about teaching as a career and characteristics of good teachers. And you should read chapters 1 and 2 in your textbook. You may want to take notes, if you want to sell your book back or whatever, you can take notes, or you can underline some of the important things. The vocabulary is always important, and things in the boxes to the sides, those are things that are important. The reason that I'm saying that is because your final exam, which is in week 5, is based on your textbook, and it is, don't freak out, please. It's open book, open notes. So if you have these things already kind of like highlighted and underlined, they'll be much easier to find when you go back to it. All right? Okay, this is the checklist. There are 2 PowerPoints and teaching as a career. And one thing I want to show you on the PowerPoints, I'm going to open this one, is when they come up, you want to put them in presentation mode, which is down here to the right, or you can do it a different way. But the reason for that is as you go through, there are links. And these links will not work unless it's in presentation mode. So see, this does not work. And if I put it in presentation mode, then the link works. Okay, and so you want to do that. All right. So there's 2 PowerPoints to watch. Watch the links, do, the instructions as you go through that. And don't worry about this. This is where I put your grades for your participation points and things. And the participation points are your answers to each other's discussion forum kind of thing. Pinterest assignment instructions. This is also due at the end of the course, but you want to get it set up and start doing it now. You're going to create Pinterest boards to use as resources, and you're going to be developing it throughout. So if you don't have a Pinterest account, go ahead and create one. If you have a personal one, you might want to create one to use for teaching, or you can just add these boards with it. I want you to create 10 boards, and this is what I want you to name them: math strategies, science strategies, reading language arts strategies, phonics, children's literature, social studies strategies, classroom environment and organization, classroom management, and then 2 other boards that you find interesting for your area of interest. So I've seen things like maybe special needs, or autism, or bulletin board ideas, or games. There's all kinds of different things. And this is a minimum of 10 boards. You can, and right here, these 2 other boards, you can create more. All right. And then within each topic, you might want to create some subtopics. So within math strategies, you might want, when you post things, you might want to label them, the grade band, PK to K, grades 1 to 3, grades 4 to 5, however, you just want to organize them. And then when you have the board, when you create the board, don't just name it. I want you to state the category with a clear explanation of what this board is going to do. So math strategies for grades 1 through 5 that, whatever. Okay? And then by the end of the course, each board, each of the 10 boards should have a minimum of 4 pins. That's a minimum. You can put more. And the pins should include activities like bulletin board ideas, games, strategies, centers, standards, lesson, unit plans. I mean, anything. There's so much out there. So each pin should be complete with directions and illustrations. And so you want to, say what you're going to use this pin for, why did you post it. Don't just, pin someone else's pin and leave it at that. You want to add a little comment to it. And then you have on the children's literature, this board here. On the literature board, you want to include titles, a brief description, and a rationale of the picture books that can be used in the different categories. So you want to add just a little more there. Okay, so when we get to week 5, you will post the link to your Pinterest board so that you can look at everybody else's. And I always enjoy this because I pin other people's pins, and then you'll respond. But you don't have to worry about that until we get to the end of the week. Okay, but you want to continue. You can keep these boards, and then as you progress throughout the program, you can add more depending on the topic that you're studying. So if you're in, social studies methods or whatever, you can, look for social studies things and add to the social studies strategies, or classroom management, etc. Okay, so this is something you're going to set up, you're going to get started on, and I would work on it throughout the course. So you may want to get started, get it at least set up this week, so that you can then start adding to it when you get a chance. All right, so that is the Pinterest assignment. Now the assignments for this week. Every week we are going to have devotions or faith integration forum, and it's usually a reading, a scripture, a poem, or some type of reading that I have here, and then I have a question that I want you to respond to. And then when you respond to it, you can also add any prayer requests that you might have. And please know that I pray for you all the time, each of you. You're graded on this, just the fact that you've done it. You have to complete it. You are not graded on the content. All right? So, if it's something that you don't even agree with, you can say that. You can post it. It's a safe place, and I'm not judging what your comments are or your beliefs, anything like that. It's a place for us to share. Then this is a forum where you will introduce yourself. I already have my introduction in the forum. You can just write it. You can post pictures. You can do it however you'd like. Okay, here's mine. So you need to do that by Saturday. And then assignment, this is the Class Act forum post that you have. And for this assignment, you're going to write a short essay about a teacher who made a difference in your life. Your response should be 5 to 8 paragraphs in length, and you want to proofread. Be sure that you have good spelling, good grammar. That makes a huge difference in online, especially. You need to pay attention to your writing. It's not the same kind of writing and posting like texting or even emails sometimes. So that's what you want to post, and this is due by Wednesday. And then you want to respond to 2 other classmates. It can be on 2 separate days, or it can be on the same day. That's fine. And you want to follow the guidelines that we talked about earlier. Okay? And the responses are due by Saturday. Then 2 other things that you need to do, and these don't take much time. Sign up for an ODE Safe account if you haven't already done so. You may already have one if you're a substitute or for whatever reason. This is a little video that shows how to do it. So just walk through that. And then you want to post a screenshot of your ODE homepage for the assignment. so that I can see what it is. And then you're going to sign up for some newsletters, alerts, and topics. And this explains how to do it. Okay, I have how to sign up for the alerts. Here's another, this is a video, this is a document. And you need to sign up for at least 5 email alerts in your content or interest areas. You can sign up for more than that. I found them very, very helpful. One of them must be the Tools for Teachers newsletter. All right. And then for your assignment, you want to post the names. And let me show you where that is. Okay, right here. This is where you want to post the names. I'm sorry, this is a discussion forum. You will post them there, but you also post them here. So what you want to do is post the names once you have them, and that's all you have to do. And then this is a forum or a discussion where I want you to post the names, and then what was your reaction to the information that was available? This doesn't have to be long, a paragraph or more, at least a paragraph. What was your reaction to all the information that was available and the type of information? Okay, you don't have to respond to each other unless you want to on this one. All right, so that's the assignments for this week. And, if you want to go ahead and look ahead, you can. Throughout the course, we're going to be doing a philosophy of education paper. We're going to be developing a lesson plan, learning how to write objectives, learning objectives, and a lesson plan. And we're going to be talking about poverty, about ethics, all kinds of things. So, and then there's a final exam at the very end. So there's a lot to do. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Hopefully not too overwhelming. And if you find you are getting overwhelmed, let me know and we can work on that. Okay? So there's the assignments and resources for this week. And I will talk to you later.